Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This decision coming from the Americans shows a hasty decision, and that is we gotta move fast. Things are not going the way we planned, which is our Bradleys are decimated in Ukraine, therefore send more Bradleys. That's exactly what they're gonna do. So this is the first point of this video. The other one is, if you know things, you know things. How do you know them? Read, learn from others, go and experience yourself, and then you verify information. Sometimes you discard information or knowledge that you had before, because always you find more information if you're looking for it. If you don't, to just go and work, pay taxes, drink your beer, and watch a stupid game or a show. That's fine, and then go vote, obviously, very informed. So we're not those ones. We are different, and different in this case is good, because you can be different but bad. So here we have the Americans sending to the Ukrainians tank rounds, or how do you call them? Let me find the right example. Tank projectiles. That's how they call them. I couldn't find the proper term. Tank projectiles with depleted uranium, not Ukrainium, uranium. So the Americans are doing things that they did before. Remember, they used napalm in Vietnam as well. That, you know what napalm is, right? Explodes, burns everything, regardless what it is. Animals, flora, fauna, and obviously humans. It's okay. They send depleted uranium. Some Westerners, if you remember, declined, refused to provide Ukraine with white phosphorus bombs and depleted uranium projectiles or bullets or whatever they were. And that was the Germans. Why? Because it's a little group of people who did not agree to using these kinds of weapons and their projectiles in a war. United States and Russia, they are not signatory of that little convention. That means they can the shit out of each other, okay? So, and unfortunately, there's going to be civilians as well. So, let's go over this first article that I have coming from the war zone. Is it? Yep, the war zone is from June 12, 2023. Ukraine situation report. US sending more Bradleys. Well, what do you need to send more? Because you either do not achieve, obviously you do not achieve your goals. Otherwise you would just, if everything goes well, you don't change anything. All right, you don't adjust anything. The Pentagon tomorrow will announce a new aid package that will include additional Bradley fighting vehicles and Stryker armored vehicles, a U.S. official tells the war zone. So this is what they're going to do. Now the second article here, and I got three of them. Ukrainska Pravda, 23. Okay, is that Djokovic's 23rd Grand Slam or 23 anniversary or something? Obviously it's not Djokovic, but U.S. plans to supply Ukraine with tank projectiles with depleted uranium. Wall Street Journal reports Tuesday, 13th June 2023. The administration of President Joe Biden is planning to approve supplying Ukraine with projectiles for the Abrams tanks with depleted uranium. All right, my friends, when you, and I'm not saying they are, but it's very strange that these guys here want you to believe them, that the Russians are the only ones who engage in war crimes, and they're the only ones who are doing bad stuff and use all kind of criminal methods of war, unapproved, unagreed, and all that. But the Ukrainians, or the ones that are behind the Ukrainians, no. Zero, nothing at all. Well, rarely you find something like this in I don't want to say rarely, probably never, but when one side is just like this and the other one is, you can check any any war of a certain kind of length and duration. You're gonna find out. You can start with, I don't know, World War One. You can start with whatever war you want to start, and you're gonna find out that war crimes were committed, and not only. So let's go back to this article. I have this one, as I said, from Ukrainska Pravda, and the other one is from Sputnik about the depleted uranium projectiles provided by the free country of the United States, the best one actually. So the European Pravda, with reference to a comment of a top official from the US President's administration to Wall Street Journal. It is expected the Biden administration will supply Ukraine with projectiles with depleted uranium after weeks of debate. Debates. They knew they would send it from, I think, before February 24th, 2022, not 2023, 2022, concerning the ammunition of the Abrams tanks should be equipped with. I mean, we all knew this. It was just a matter of time with everything. Everything that now they supplied, they said first no, and then they did it. So check it out, and you're going to find out. That's a reality. The White House is also considering supplying Ukraine with cluster bombs. All right, good. What's next? Atomic bombs? Or what's that? Chemical weapons. Probably they're already there. Probably. Earlier, it was reported that the representatives of the Republican and Democratic Party in the Congress are once again insisting that Biden's administration supply Ukraine with long-range ATACMS missiles. All right, good for you. Now let's go to the evil Russians. Sputnik, White House to provide Ukraine with depleted uranium tank shells. The administration of U.S. is going to approve the provision of depleted uranium tank munitions to Ukraine. U.S. media reported on Tuesday, citing U.S. officials. So they already said that it is expected to agree on the transferring of depleted uranium tanks shells to Ukraine. So, good for them, I guess. If they want to do this, they do it. In late April, UK Defense Minister James Happy said that London had sent Kiev thousands of shells for the Challenger 2 main battle tanks it donated, including some of depleted uranium. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov, commenting on the transfer of depleted uranium shells to Ukraine, said that London will have to bear responsibility for the consequences. As I always say, we have here an example of a tiger or a lion tamer, trainer, in a circus. When you have the trainer, it has two things. It has a long pole and it has a long whip, and it hits the animal, pokes the animal, hits the animal, directs the animal, which is tiger or lion, a feline, and the tiger and hits the claws, tries to claw the whip or the pole, long pole. So this is London fighting the Russians. So you poke, you hit, you poke, but the guy is not gonna attack you. He's gonna attack those guys over there. But you're very courageous, by the way. You can say that's smart. Yeah, you can call it that way. You can call smart by the same standards. I don't know, a rapist, or you can call, if we use the same stupid logic, that's not smart. We can call a person who's going to be grooming someone else for a bad thing also, all right? No, I don't think so. So anyway, that's why I had to say this is not smart. This is cowardness. You fight someone, but the other one cannot punch you and say, well, I'm smart, you see? Okay, well, look at an adult and a child. You call that adult smart because he's outsmarting the child? You would call that? But obviously, I use it so you understand that. Yeah, you can call it, but you can't call yourself courageous, that's for sure. Well, I don't care. Well, that tells us something about your values, how they are reversed. Or maybe. So anyway, let's go back to this one. They will sell depleted uranium, cluster bombs. I think that's white phosphorus. They're already there. If not, no problem, no worries. They will be sent. Everything that goes. And then they point the fingers at the other ones. When these guys do the same thing the other ones do. But, it's hard to be objective or fair. And why should you be? You shouldn't be when you have to fight. You fight for the forces of good. When you fight for the forces of good, you can implement good actions, I guess. That's fine. This is just a piece of news. If you like it, that's good. If you don't like it, that's good as well. They will do it without our consent anyway. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.